So I'm going to be comparing an actual retro camera. This is a Flip Minnow, which is a HD flip camera. It's about 15 years old. I'm going to compare this using a retro VHS app on a smartphone. I'm going to compare to using a modern action camera and then making this look vintage and retro within editing software. So I'm going to see which is the best and which gives you the best results. So should you go and buy a retro camera? Should you just get an app for your smartphone, or should you do it all in editing for the best results? Because I was going to record video that had a retro feel, I went to something that I thought was very retro, which was the Point in Milton Keynes. So I live in Milton Keynes, and the Point was the UK's first multiplex, and it was built roughly 40 years ago. Now, unfortunately, it has been shut down as a cinema, and it has come into disrepair. I mean, it used to be really busy there, it used to be really vibrant, it used to have a nightclub on the top floor. I really love the architecture of the Point, but I thought I'll film this in a retro style with all these cameras. So when I went to film the Point, I was really surprised to find that inside, right at the bottom, there's a charity shop, and that was absolutely full of retro things. So that was a really nice surprise to find that someone is still using the Point and the retro structure is selling retro things. So I picked this action camera because you can film in 16:9, 1:2.35 or 4:3, and I thought 4:3 would be a really good ratio for getting that old retro look. However, I got some editing plugins for Final Cut Pro. A lot of these plugins take standard 16:9 ratio and apply a 4:3 crop to it anyway. So I didn't necessarily have to use this camera, but this was quite good because everything's in focus and it has really good image stabilization. And I used a couple of plugins from Motion VFX, specifically designed to make things look retro. So coming up, I've got 3 videos that I've taken roughly the same footage for, and I want you to try and guess which one you think it is. So as you know, the choices are going to be modern camera made to look retro using editing software, an actual retro camera, or an app on a phone that makes things look retro. And I'll say at the end which one's which. So this first one was using an app on a phone, and it's not very subtle, this one, is it? The next one is actually using the retro camera, and this looks quite good. I'm not going to make you wait to the end to see which one this is, because it's obviously the modern camera and using editing to make it look good, but there is a twist at the end, so do stay to the end. And now something I've noticed, if I put things side by side, so I've got the retro camera, I've got the modern camera, and I've got my phone, so I've applied the same effect to all three of them, and they all look very indistinguishable from each other. So you don't need a flashy camera to get this effect, because you can use any camera if you're using the editing method. Thank you, goodbye.